Hello and a very warm welcome to World This Week by Latest Laws. This is our weekly program, so subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified. My name is Monica Rahar and let's get started by having a look at Supreme Court this week. The Honorable Apex Court has granted bail to a high-profile Dubai-based businessman who runs hotel chains in Dubai and was arrested in Mumbai for commission of offences punishable under Indian Penal Code and Immoral Trafficking Prevention Act 1956. The Apex Court has also issued a notice to the central government on a petition challenging certain sections of the Central Goods and Service Tax Act 2017. The court has modified a Delhi High Court order on removal of encroachments from the carriageway at Chandni Chowk in New Delhi. The court has also issued a notice to the Akshardham Temple Trust admitting an appeal by environmental activist Manoj Mishra, who challenged a 2019 order of the National Green Tribunal. The Supreme Court Collegium is all set to get Justice U U Lalit as its new member with effect from July 20. The Central Public Works Department has told the Apex Court that the existing Parliament building was structurally not safe and was cramped and inadequate in many ways. Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Mr. SA Bobde, has remarked that a 7-judge committee will be looking into the matter of resumption of physical court hearings. A larger bench of the Supreme Court is to decide if remission can be granted to the prisoners by the executive without placing individual facts of the matter before the governor. Now we proceed with the second segment of our news analysis, which is the Delhi High Court. The Delhi High Court has questioned the delay by North Delhi Municipal Corporation in paying full salaries to its teachers engaged in COVID-19 duty. The High Court suggests that DU should establish special cell for issuing degree certificates through virtual mode. The High Court has held that court can decide whether the dispute between the parties is arbitrable or not in an application filed under Section 8 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. The court has said that Delhi violence was a well-hedged conspiracy to take revenge on Muslims. Youth worked as mob lost their individuality. The central government submitted before the Delhi High Court that the declaration of country of origin on pre-packaged commodity used for e-commerce transactions is required in case of imported products. Dabur files a lawsuit against Marico over copying of packaging. Now let's proceed with the Bombay High Court. Telugu poet and activist P. Varavara Rao's lawyer has urged before the Bombay High Court to consider his plea for bail, stating that the 81-year-old was in a critical condition in hospital. Now let's proceed with the Punjab and Haryana High Court. The Punjab and Haryana High Court, in one of its recent judgments, has directed the Regional Passport Officer, Chandigarh, to take necessary steps to incorporate the name of the petitioner's deceased biological mother in her passport. More than 26 years after she was held guilty of medical negligence for an unsuccessful tubectomy operation, the High Court of Punjab and Haryana has set aside the orders passed by the lower courts asking the doctor to pay a damage of the tune of Rs 1,50,000 to the woman. Now let's proceed with the Madras High Court. The Madras High Court has directed the state government to provide adequate time to perform religious rites by the family of deceased COVID-19 patients before cremation or burial. Now we have an update from the Kerala High Court. Bhima Jewellers have approached the High Court of Kerala seeking legal action against those engaged in social media campaign against it in connection with the gold smuggling case. Now we have an update from the Tripura High Court. The Tripura High Court has reduced a convict's punishment for throwing acid on his wife, noting that the wife's repeated refusal to reunite with him was a mitigating circumstance. Now let's proceed with the next segment of our news analysis, which is the miscellaneous news. Haryana Civil Services Executive Branch Rules 2008 have been amended, the state government confirmed. The new rules will be called Haryana Civil Services Executive Branch Amendment Rules 2020. A Mathura court awarded life sentence to 11 policemen convicted in connection with the murder of a former royal, Raja Man Singh, in the year 1985. The special CBI court has issued fresh non-bailable warrants against suspended station house officer of Mani Majra police station, Jaswinder Kaur, in the ₹5 lakh graft case. NCLT has held that a company can exit the insolvency process even if an interim resolution professional has been appointed and a moratorium has been imposed by the NCLT under Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. A case has been filed in the Court of Metropolitan Magistrate in Jaipur on Saturday which says that 104 MLAs of the ruling coalition had defied norms of COVID-19. Now we proceed with the last segment of our news analysis, which is the international news. US charges 2 Chinese hackers of targeting computer systems of companies which are developing COVID-19 vaccines. The World Trade Organization is likely to form dispute resolution panel against India's import duties on ICT goods on Japan on Taiwan's request. US Supreme Court green flags law suspending voting rights of convicts. Human rights activists wants to use AI to help prove war crimes in the court. That's all we have for this week. Thank you very much for being with us. We hope this was a productive session for all of us. Also, the links of all these news updates is given in the description section for your kind perusal. And keep sharing, keep supporting. Take care of yourselves until we come up with the next video.